The Philadelphia Eagles sit at 5-5 in a close NFC East race with 6 games left that favor the Philadelphia Eagles. Early in the season, our defense was injured. We got healthy and we got strong. Now our offense is facing them same struggles. Can we get healthy? Can we get strong in the right time to make a playoff push?
We got the Eagles. We got the Sixers. Philly talk.
What's going on, everybody? Philly Mike here, and if you're new to the channel and support the Eagles or the Sixers, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it and all the support you guys give Philly Talk. But let's get down to business. So today I'm going to talk about just going forward for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm tired of thinking and talking about that New England Patriots loss because, like I said, every position played bad. People want to blame one position. It's every single position, from coaching to quarterback to receivers to runner backs to the line. Everybody played bad, but it's time to bounce back. And we have a great spot to bounce back at against a Seattle Seahawks team who is 8-2, but can be had in their secondary. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow on the preview, the Seahawks versus the Eagles. Today, I want to talk about strength of schedule. And if the Eagles can just get their act right, we're still only one game out of first place. Yes, the Eagles at 5-5 have played bad at times. All aspects. The defense was bad early and injured. The offense has been bad now and injured. But one key word is injured. Now that the defense is back to being healthy, it's looking good. The offense has never been fully back, and it won't be fully back because Deshaun is not coming back. But if we get Alshon back, if we get Jordan Howard back, and mix the Sanders and Howard matchup with a full healthy offensive line, Andre Dillard has to take over that left tackle spot. I love Jason Peters, but it's time to move to the younger guy. Andre Dillard needs to take that spot. If we get our offensive line back with Lane on the right and Dillard on the left, we're in business for the run game. Now, let's talk about strength of schedule. The Philadelphia Eagles got the Seattle Seahawks this week, and then in our last 5 games, 4 of the games are crazy winnable. The Giants twice, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. Now, if the Eagles come out and play like we do sometimes, we can't afford to lose to one of these teams. But if we play Philadelphia Eagle football and Doug Peterson really pays attention and schemes like he's used to do, and the offense calls a game with what everybody's strength is, and not just calling a game like we have the 2017 team. It's a different team. You got to call the game differently. You have to work with these players. But the strength of schedule is in our favor because, like I said, 4 out of the 5 games are cake teams. Dallas got their cakewalk early. Now we getting ours now. But in that last 5 games, I only talked about 4 because one of them is the Dallas Cowboys. And I believe no matter what really goes on, that Dallas Cowboys game is going to be the game that whoever wins that is going to win the NFC East, in my opinion. Dallas got a rough road. They got the Patriots this week, the Bills, the Bears, the Rams, the Eagles, and the Redskins. So they got one cakewalk, and depending on where the Eagles are at, we can either give them a run for their money or just pretty much put a fork in it. If we lose to any of these teams or act up like we did sometimes this year, we got to put a fork in it. But right now, we still control a big part of what the NFC East outcome is going to be, because now we get the easy part of our schedule in the perfect time because we need it with the injuries. Jordan Howard still not clear for contact. Alshon Jeffrey, he's practicing, but he's been beat up and nagging injuries all year. But this is a big game because a win here, which is going to be hard, against an MVP type quarterback in Russell Wilson. And that offense is really good. Chris Carson runs the ball really good. But like I said, I want to get more into this to tomorrow. I just want to talk strength of schedule. The Philadelphia Eagles are not out of the race. We're not out of a race. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys are going to go all the way to week 17 in this race because it's just what they do. They win and they lose. They're high and low. But this is the type of game where the Philadelphia Eagles somehow win this game. You know, when we went up to Green Bay, we weren't supposed to win. We just, came off a loss. We were 1-2, looking at 1-3, really trying to think about losing the division because that's when the Cowboys were 3-0. And we went up there and balled out. Now it's a different story because we just need our key offensive players back. We need Lane Johnson. He's big. Remember when he was suspended with PED? We couldn't win without him when he was suspended for them 6 games. He's a big part of what we do running the ball. And that's why Doug got scared and backed out of the run, because Big Lane wasn't there. Which, Brandon Brooks got paid and he's a beast right guard. But Lane Johnson is one of the best right tackles as well. And so when you lose that dude, Doug Peterson got scared. He got scared. But let's talk about this going forward. If the Eagles lose this game, as long as we win out, we're going to be NFC East champs. And that's scary that the NFC East champs really might be 9-7 or 10-6. That's how bad the division is. But if you get into the playoffs, you get into the playoffs. And I'm not ready to quit on my team. I'm not ready to quit on Carson Wentz. Did he play bad last week? Yes. But throughout the year, yes, he wasn't 2017 Carson Wentz throughout the whole year, but with what he had to work with, I think he put us in positions to win a lot of games. Like Chris Long said, take them drops away. Carson Wentz is 7-3, played a bad game against a great defense, and everybody's not that mad at him. But the situation is the whole team and the coaches and Carson at times put us in. Every game is critical. So that's what I wanted to get on here and talk about. I'm telling you, at 5-5, one game out the NFC East, none of us like where we are at, but we still have a chance to win the NFC East, and I believe we can do it. We can get it right. We can right the ship. It starts this week in Seattle, which is going to be tough. Even more tougher on our defense, who's had 3 solid outings. It's going to be a real test because Buffalo's offense, the Bears' offense, and even New England's offense is all kind of, This is going to be a test for our defense, and this is going to be a test for Carson Wentz to bounce back after getting criticized by almost every other Eagle fan. It's like a half and half. You got 50% of the Eagle fans hate him now, and 50 of them saying, yes, admitting he played bad, but still know that we got our quarterback for our future, and he got to prove it. So I want to see how Carson Wentz bounces back. I want to see Doug's mind, how he bounces back. Hopefully we get Lane, Jordan, and Alshon. We'll talk about that later in the week, but let's go, Philly. We not done yet. Don't give up. Until we are mathematically out, I'm going to ride with my team. We out.